You know, I had some idea, but nothing like this. I really didn't know just how amazing our city is until you guys started dropping comments on the channel here and started telling me when you come to New Braunfels visiting, you started telling me how amazing our lifestyle is here, how amazing our people are here. I've heard amazing so many times from you guys that we're gonna keep with the amazing theme today and talk about the most amazing places to live in New Braunfels. Side note, if there's something you wanna see or say on my channel, please let me know. Also let me know what you think of the most amazing places to live in New Braunfels, including my most amazing favorite place at the end of this video. All right, let's get to it. Number one on this list is Copper Ridge. Copper Ridge is only 7 miles west of downtown New Braunfels off Highway 46. The further away you get from the heart of New Braunfels, the more amazing the views, and Copper Ridge is no exception. It's the only gated and guarded community in all of New Braunfels. I know people who live here and they love the fact that Copper Ridge is gated and guarded because it just gives them peace of mind. So that's a big plus, and so are the views, especially if you're in a 2-story home, but really even in a 1-story home, you're on minimum 1 acre and there's enough space between homes to really soak in the views. Rolling hills, those big old mature trees. If you're a walker or a hiker like me, you can walk miles in Copper Ridge, and the amenities are amazing. There's a resort-style community pool, tennis and basketball courts, a covered pavilion. What I really like about Copper Ridge is that when you make a right out of the community, it's only a few short miles from the edge of New Braunfels, including all the activity like our grocery store, H-E-B, our specialty shops, hair places, auto services, restaurants, and it's only another mile to downtown New Braunfels and Landa Park, only another 2 miles to our historic district of Green. If you're looking for a good home in Copper Ridge, you're gonna find it. Custom builds on anywhere from 1 to 3 acres, anywhere from 3,000 to 5,200 square feet. A home here will cost you anywhere from the 400s to over $1 million. Median price here is over $600,000. Copper Ridge is New Braunfels Independent School District with a graduation rate well above the state average, and a vast majority of our students go on to earn their degrees, trade or tech certificates, or serve our country in one of our military branches. Next on the list is one of my personal favorites, also a magnet for many of our buyers, and that is Vintage Oaks. Now, Vintage Oaks is only a few miles west of Copper Ridge and only about 12, 13, 14 minutes from downtown New Braunfels. Vintage Oaks is one of my favorites because it has several different communities, and each community has a different price point, so you can have whatever you want. Like Copper Ridge, Vintage Oaks is what many families want: hill country living, but not too far from the nucleus of New Braunfels. Very scenic here, very country feel with the rolling hills, the 100-year-old big oak trees, homes on anywhere from 1 to up to 14 acres, and Vintage Oaks may have the best amenity package anywhere. A first-rate fitness center with 100 classes every month, playgrounds, fields and courts for the kids, a huge community pool with a lazy river, 5 miles of trails, plus Vintage Oaks is building a gas station slash high-end deli at the front of the community, scheduled to be done in 2021. Vintage Oaks is close to the south side of Canyon Lake, where you can boat, fish, swim. If you want to buy a house in Vintage Oaks, prices start in the mid-400s and stretch beyond $1 million. Vintage Oaks is Comel Independent School District, Bill Brown Elementary, Smithson Valley Middle, and Smithson Valley High School. We're getting close to the end of this video, so make sure you stick around for number 5 on the list because you're not going to want to miss it. It is my absolute favorite community. Next on the list is a community that gives me all the feels because it reminds me of the community I grew up in, where the homes and the neighbors are just closer together and you can see kids playing on the streets, laughing and running. This nostalgic place for me in New Braunfels is Oak Run. Oak Run is at the top of the hill in New Braunfels, so very close to the shopping center, banks, restaurants, and more. Only 5 minutes away from all of the schools, elementary, middle, and high school. Only about a mile to downtown New Braunfels and a short drive to Green. close to the Comal and Guadalupe rivers, close to our huge water park Schlitterbahn, and only 25 minutes to Canyon Lake. On top of that, Oak Run has tennis courts, a basketball court, swimming pool, and park with a covered playground. If you ask people why they live in Oak Run, they're going to tell you because friends and family live there, so there's this sense of community and pride in neighborhood. Another reason I love this neighborhood because it's a smaller community, around 600 homes on the edge of the hill country. If you want to buy a house in Oak Run, you're going to start in the late 200s, mid 300s. The median sales price of a home in Oak Run is about $425. This next community is it's an amazing opportunity if you want to live in the country, yet not too far off from everything in New Braunfels. This gorgeous, amazing community is Havenwood at Hunter's Crossing. Like Oak Run, Havenwood is a smaller community of around 600 homes, but that's where the comparisons stop. Yes, the landscape is breathtaking, the rolling hills and the wide open spaces. But what's so exceptional and compelling to me about Havenwood is that you will not find a cookie cutter house here anywhere. There is so much character in these sprawling homes. The architecture reflects really a wide range of time periods and styles, and that's the real appeal to me. Havenwood is Comal ISD schools, Hoffman, Churchill, Canyon High School. Havenwood is just amazing. Now, if you want to live in Havenwood, you're gonna have to dig a little bit deeper in the pocket to live in this gated community. Homes start in the 400s and quickly ascend to $1 million, even touching $2 million at times. The average cost of a home in Havenwood is around $800,000, but it really is a remarkable community. Great character homes, great views, or you can build your own home. It's about 15 minutes from downtown New Braunfels and in between San Antonio and Austin. Now I'm keeping this list of 5 amazing communities. I could have easily done 10, 15, 20 because we have so many amazing places to live in New Braunfels, but I'm keeping this list at 5. Number 5 on my list, my favorite of all places to live is Mystic Shores in neighboring Spring Branch. Spring Branch, Rod? Wait, your video's called Best Places to Live in New Braunfels. I know. But this is the editor's choice. This place is that darn special. Now, Mystic Shores, it's a little bit further out from New Braunfels, about a half-hour drive off Loop 306, but hey, that's the ticket. A lot less traffic. Even during peak hours here, it's quiet. It's because the homes, about 2,200 of them, are well spread out over 7,000 acres. So not only are you on larger lots, but you can see really as far as the eye can see. And the views, oh my, the views. Some of the views include Canyon Lake because it's right there. You're really getting that wide open space feel with some pretty incredible sunrises, sunsets, and star-filled nights. You have a local grocery store, shops, restaurants just down the road, so you don't have to make the drive to New Braunfels. Speaking of drives, Mystic Shores is a short drive from hill country favorites Fredericksburg and Bernie. Mystic Shores has some of the best schools, all part of the Comal Independent School District. If you want in on Mystic Shores, a home in Mystic Shores on average is going to cost you around $640,000. Of course, you can go a tad lower than that, or you can go higher than that, in some cases much higher than that, depending on your view and size. Wide open spaces, the lake, peace and quiet, and killer views. This is why Mystic Shores is my favorite of favorites. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know, hey, did I miss a community in this video? Or do you have any questions about any other community in New Braunfels? Ask me anything. Also, I have more videos about living in New Braunfels in the description below. We'll see you on the next video.